Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chief Mark Delancey, and I'm proud to say that I'm Chief of Police for the Cambridge Police Department. I'd like to welcome friends, family, distinguished guests, former and fellow officers here today. Purpose of the ceremony today is to honor and pay tribute to one of Cambridge's finest, Jerry Dragosin. You know, when I was a young officer coming on in 1993, I heard all the stories, heard what happened. It was still pretty fresh in the friends, the families, the partners' minds. And it actually had a big influence on me hearing that, and especially with your training officer. And, you know, mine was James Wilson, who was really good friends and related to Jerry. You know, he hammered some things home that stuck with me my entire career. So I believe this is a very important thing for us to remember. You know, there's a lot of times in our lives that we do forget, but this is not one thing we should ever forget here at Cambridge Police Department. So that being said, I'm going to introduce Safety Director Hill, and he's going to kick the ceremony off.
Good afternoon. My name is Rocky Hill. I am the Safety Director for the City of Cambridge, but even more important to me, retired member of the Cambridge Police Department and a fellow officer with Lieutenant Dragosin. I'd like to welcome, first of all, the family of Lieutenant Dragosin and the retired members of the Cambridge Police Department, current members of the Cambridge Police Department, Mayor Orr, our family members, and members of the media. 2019 represents the 35th anniversary of the line of duty death of Lieutenant Dragosin, which occurred on August 21st, 1984. At that time, he left his widow, Lynn, and his infant daughter, Angie, both of whom he adored. This was and has continued to be the first and only line of duty death of a Cambridge police officer, and thus the reason for this dedication today. Last October, I came across an organization of law enforcement officers dedicated to honoring the line of duty deaths of our brothers and sisters of the Thin Blue Line. This organization is called Saving a Hero's Place and provides an honor chair upon request to the agency in honor of their lost brother or sister. I would like to show you their video that is shown at every honor chair event to assist in the dedication for each officer lost in the line of duty.
In 2013, tragedy struck our nation at the Boston Marathon when explosions went off at the finish line. During the manhunt for those responsible, MIT officer Sean Collier was shot and killed in the line of duty as he sat in his patrol vehicle protecting the MIT campus. Extremely bothered by this event, I couldn't sleep. It was all I thought about. I knew this agency was going to suffer tremendously. This is something they had never seen before. I came up with the idea to build them an honor chair because I had built one for our agency, and our agency had some before I came on. So we reached out to them and asked if we could build them an honor chair. Together with my wife, two other of my classmates, Officer Bunch and Officer Pullen, the chair was built and we drove it straight to MIT Police Department to present it to them. We presented it to them, and it meant everything to them. Our department, unfortunately, had suffered many line of duty deaths since we came on, including our own classmate Sergio Antion. After he was killed, the following year another officer was killed. The following year another officer was killed. So we had seen the loss, but we knew the MIT Police Department had not seen the loss. So seeing what it meant to them, we decided on the way home that we would continue what we had started and we would build more chairs. We created as a 501c3 so that we could present the chair to the agency, not ask them for any money in return, and we would just be able to give it to them, and that was it. Like I said, we've seen the loss. We know when an officer's killed on line of duty, there's a void in the roll call room. Officers often sit in the same seat every shift. Before every shift, they sit in the same seat over and over. So when an officer's killed on line of duty, now that seat is going to be empty and there's going to be a void. So our goal was to present an honor chair to these agencies so that that void can be filled, not completely, but to help them deal with the loss.
Saving Heroes Place, Inc. is a 501c3 nonprofit corporation founded to honor law enforcement who have given their lives in the line of duty.
We do this by building custom wood honor chairs and donating them to agencies across the country.
The honor chair is meant to save the place at the respective agency.
so that they always have a place and are never forgotten.
The honor chairs are custom made for each fallen hero.
They are delivered in person and placed inside the agency.
The honor chair. Roll call is one of the few places your shift mates sit together.
Before going on their tours. During roll call, not only are the activities and assignments read,
But it gives a place for some healthy banter, kudos for previous actions, and a reminder that you are not alone once you do hit the streets.
When an officer makes the ultimate sacrifice, their presence is missed. The honor chair is placed in the roll call room as a reminder that even though they are not there physically,
The officer will always be with you as you head out to the battles, carrying on the watch in their honor.
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 Turn. Grab. Reset. Hump.
When Tommy came to me with an idea about an honor chair for the MIT Police Department, I didn't think twice. Of course, I was on board. The loss of Sergio, his academy classmate, was felt by all of us. As an officer's wife, it was a very difficult time. Right then, I knew if anything were ever to happen to Tommy, I'd want his memory to live on forever. Since we founded SHP, I've hugged, talked, and become friends with dozens of surviving family members left behind to carry on the legacy of our fallen heroes. That is how the Survivor Challenge coin came about. Since the honor chair resides within the agency, we would like to present you with the Survivor Challenge coin.
Their place has now been saved.
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 Saving a Hero's Place is a nonprofit organization that makes each of these honor chairs specifically for each request and delivers them at no cost to the department or the family. The organization began in 2013, and this year they have went over the 100 mark for the number of chairs that have been completed and dedicated, with many more to go. When I made contact with SHP last October, I inquired if they did past LODD officers, as most of what I had found initially were recent incidents. They assured me that they complete the process for any verified LODD and try to do them as fast as they can. One of the first parts of completing the process after the initial application was securing a badge and challenge coins as part of the chair. Chief Delancey and Captain Baker were able to secure a uniform gold lieutenant's badge that was the same style that was worn by Lieutenant Dragosin. We were able to design and complete the process of acquiring challenge coins for the department as well as for this project. It took a little while to get the badge as we endured a small snafu, which usually happens, when we're ordering stuff. But once we secured the items, they were immediately sent to SHP to begin the process of constructing the honor chair. And trying to see how long it would take to receive the delivery of the honor chair, SHP advised that it would possibly be July, But I had inquired in early March if they could do it then because I knew that they were coming to Ohio for another dedication of an honor chair. They stated they would have to do ours another time as they were bringing 3 chairs to deliver in 3 different states. In late March, however, I inquired as to whether it would be permissible to come to Texas and personally escort the honor chair back. Walter Henning of SHP emailed me back and stated that if I'd like to come to San Antonio for a couple of days, I would be able to help construct the honor chair and then escort it back to Cambridge. Tommy Capel, the president of SHP, and Walter Henning, who is the manager of SHP, are both police officers with the San Antonio Police Department, and advised me that their days off are Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, so I would have to plan the construction days along those days. On April 20th, Walter contacted me to see if May 20th would work for my travel plans, and I stated that I would make it work. Because Chief Delancey at the time was the only other person that knew exactly what was going on, I asked my wife Ellen if she would like to go with me. I was thinking of flying out, renting a vehicle to come back, but Ellen suggested that we drive out and back. I was questioning that a little bit, but as proven in the past, she knew better as we made it a working vacation out and back. She also provided a lot of skills in helping to take photos of the process, and I would like to share those photos now with you through this PowerPoint.
Every day I wake up, I kiss my wife goodbye. I tell her that I love her and force a smile every time. I grab my gear and I head on out, 'cause this I will defend. I go across the thin blue line and pray to make it home again. Children out there hurting, there's couples who are doomed. I pray for peace and quiet today, but I just spoke too soon. The clerk down at the corner store was just shot for cigarettes. Out here across the thin blue line, things rarely make much sense. I can hear the families crying over the noise on the radio band, and I can tell my wife what happened, 'cause she just won't understand. Like all the things I'm feeling and the danger I've been in. Many cross the thin blue line and never make it back again. So many homes are broken, in all this pain I've found. I drop one off at the prison before I have to write it all down. And bandaged cuts upon my face and others, blood on my hands. I wash it off, we're going back across the thin blue line again. I wash it off, we're going back across the thin blue line again. Yeah, I can hear the families crying over noise on the radio band. I can't tell my wife what happened, 'cause she just won't understand. All the things I'm feeling and the danger I've been in. Many cross the thin blue line and never make it back again. Oh, many cross the thin blue line and never make it back again. Many cross the thin blue line and never make it back again.
At this time, it is my honor and pleasure to have Chief Delancey and Officers Devin Ryan and DJ Gambita of the Cambridge Police Department Honor Guard complete the unveiling of the honor chair dedicated to the memory and service of Lieutenant Jerry Dragosin.
Honor Guard, post.
Forward. March.
Ready? Face. Ready? Step. Ready? Face. Present. Arms. Forward. Arm. Ready? 2. Present. Arms. Forward. Arms. About. Face. Forward. March. Okay.
Roll call. It's one of the few places your shift mates sit together before going on their tours. During roll call, not only are the activities and assignments read, but it gives a place for some healthy banter, kudos for previous actions, and a reminder that you're not alone once you do hit the streets. When a law enforcement officer makes the ultimate sacrifice, his or her presence is missed. The honor chair is placed in the roll call room as a reminder that even though they are not there physically, the officer will always be with you as you head out to the battles, carrying on the watch in their honor. Lieutenant Jerry E. Dragosin, an honor chair is now in your place. Your place among your brothers and sisters has been saved. As we go out to face the battles, we know that your shadow will be side by side with the shadows of your brothers and sisters, for you will be there watching over them as they carry on the watch. It is with great pleasure and honor that we dedicate this honor chair in the memory and service of Lieutenant Jerry Dragosin. Lieutenant Dragosin was a good police officer, an even better Christian. He was an outstanding husband, father, son, brother, and uncle, but he was also and will always remain a brother to every police officer that serves the Cambridge Police Department. The legacy of every man is remembered in the memories of his families, as well as their friends, but the legacy of a hero that protects the thin blue line is remembered for his service to duty, his camaraderie, and his ultimate sacrifice to the community. This honor chair is dedicated today to the legacy of Lieutenant Jerry Dragosin, and may past, present, and future police officers of the city of Cambridge always remember and never forget his service to duty and sacrifice. Lynn and Angie, if you would, come to the front. On behalf of Saving the Hero's Place and the members of the Cambridge Police Department in this great city of Cambridge, Ohio, we'd like to present you each with this Survivor's Challenge coins, that you will always remember that Jerry's heart, his place, is in honor here in our department. This will conclude the dedication ceremony, but before we retire for refreshments, I would like to thank the family of Lieutenant Dragosin, and particularly Lynn and Angie, for their support in this dedication. The staff of saving a hero's place, the members of San Antonio Police Department and Bexar County Sheriff's Office who honored Jerry in the construction of this honor chair. I'd also like to thank Chief Delancey and the members of the Cambridge Police Department for their assistance in this dedication. I'd also like to thank AVC Communications for videoing this dedication, to Allegra Printing for the invitations, Kennedy's Bakery for the cake, Mr. Lee's for the punch, and our administrative assistant, Missy Chambers, for designing the invitations, the programs, and helping with the PowerPoint. And last but not least, I would like to thank my wife, Ellen, for her continued love and support in completing this dedication ceremony. Please enjoy the refreshments and have a safe trip.